So, as always, let's start by finding a comfortable position. You can stay sitting if you prefer, lay down if you like. I'm going to lay down. On backs if you want, you could lay on your side or your front. Legs extended if that's comfortable, but bend knees if you need. Closing eyes if it helps you to relax. Let's have a couple of breaths here. Just focusing on breathing and relaxing. Inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4. As you inhale, reach your arms up past ears and lengthen down through legs. Exhale, let's bring right knee in towards chest, bending that knee and hugging the thigh towards the body. Holding shin or back of thigh. Come as close into the body with the thigh as comfortable, which could mean foot all the way down to the floor. It could mean thigh right against the ribs. Heads and shoulders could be relaxed down or can lift up, nose towards knee. And we're just going to hold it here for a couple of breaths, just enjoying that stretch in the hip and across the knee. Lengthen down through leg, extend up through arms. Exhale, left knee into chest this time. Again, hugging thigh into body. You can come all the way out again, foot down to floor. You could hold the back of the thigh. We've got some options. Head, shoulders down or lifting up again, nose towards knee. Let's just relax here and enjoy this one. Lengthen down, extend up. And as you exhale this time, bring both knees into chest. Ease out a little bit, let's rock side to side. As you exhale, bring feet flat to floor, but keep the knees up. Then as you inhale, you're going to lift right foot. Bring it to the back of left thigh, just below the knee, and open up that right knee, squaring off the shin. We're looking for that stretch through the outside of right hip, glutes and piriformis, but we want to look after the right knee. We don't want any twisting or tension on that knee. You've got some options, obviously. If you're happy as you are, stay as you are. If it's too much on the knee or hip, straighten out that left leg a little bit. If you want to take it deeper, and if that's right for you, ease that left thigh in towards the body. Taking hold of the back of the thigh. With this foot, we want to keep ankles a little bit flexed. Helps look after this knee. And I always go above the joint. Coming in as close as comfortable again. Feels nice on that right hip. There's no tension, pulling. It's not too much for me. And just relaxing here. Now, if you're happy here, just stay here. If you want though, drop that left foot back down to the floor. Then we're going to try and take this right foot down to the floor. Left leg's going to go with it. And we've got that little bit of a twist through the lower back. This right hip slightly lifted. I'm going to reach out with right hand into that half crucifix position. Give me a little bit of a stretch on the chest and shoulder. Left hand, I'm going to grab right thigh. Draw the thigh in towards the body. And you get that beautiful stretch through that right hip. Looking up, looking to the side, do whatever feels more comfortable into the neck. Let's hold it here for a couple of breaths. From here, back to center, extending up and lengthening down. Exhale, both knees into chest. Ease out a little bit, let's rock. And exhale, feet flat. As you inhale, lift the left foot, bring it to the back of right thigh. Open up that knee. So above the joint again, keeping that ankle slightly flexed. As you are, if you're happy as you are, straighten out right leg a little bit if you need, or easing right thigh in towards body if you like. You might find one side's a little bit tighter than the other. As always, be guided by your body. Don't force it too deep. Find that position where you can feel it, but it's comfortable and you can relax there. We've got a couple of breaths here first. And remember, you can just stick with this one. If you want though, drop that right foot, and then we're going to bring the left foot down to the floor. Right thigh follows across, we're coming onto the outside edge of that thigh. Going to grab this left thigh, drawing the thigh into the body, and we're extending out through that left arm into that half crucifix. Looking at the arm or looking at the ceiling, whatever feels more comfortable into the neck. We're not yanking on that thigh, we're just helping find that nice stretch into the hip. And we hold it here for a couple of breaths. Limp down, extend up. Exhale, both knees into chest again. Ease those knees out, let's rock. Exhale, feet flat, knees wide this time. So we've got that stretch through adductors now. We've got some options, haven't we? If you're happy as you are, stay as you are. Heels away from hips a little bit if you need. Some people find that more comfortable. Or lifting knees and supporting under thighs. You could rest the hands inside the thighs if you want. I don't like pushing down and trying to force the knees apart though. Just rest them there. Watch the lower back, watch the hips. We don't want the pelvis to tip forward, back to lift and arch. So squeeze tummies just a little bit if you need. Last breath here. Lengthen up and extend down again for that full body stretch. Exhale, knees into chest. Ease out, always, little rock. And from here we're going to flip to all fours. Doesn't matter how you get there. So, let's make sure everything's where we want it. Hands are directly under shoulders, shoulder width, knees directly under hips, hip width. Have a breath here. As you exhale, sit back into child pose. So hips towards heels, ribs down towards thighs, elbows, foreheads towards floor. We've got options though as ever. So ankles could be flat. For a lot of people that's too much. Flex ankles, curl toes if you need. Hips high and weight shifted forward is absolutely fine. You could go elbows down or extend forward through the arms. If you're a bit tight in the chest, you could go hands together and elbows wide or arms crossed. You could reach hands back towards the heels. It's nice on the tops of the shoulders sometimes, especially if we've got impingement. From here, come back to all fours. So we're going to take the knees wide, feet together, have a breath. As you exhale, going to sit back into a wide knee child pose, extending forward through the arms. And what we're going to do is just rock the hips side to side. I wanted to include a little bit of movement in this one. It just feels lovely through the hips. As we extend forward through the arms, we got a little bit of movement through the sides. Open up those ribs a little bit, so getting into the intercostals. I can feel that stretch down through my lats, teres major as well. Obviously your alternative is to just stay static. You don't have to rock side to side, especially if it's uncomfortable into the hips. From here, back to all fours. This is the fun bit. We're going to jump the feet wide as we lift the hips, straightening the legs, and we're going to walk the hands back. So the hands are under the shoulders. So we've got that wide leg, forward fold. And we're just going to rock backwards and forwards slightly. We're not bouncing, and it's not a forceful movement. So working with your breath as always. Sitting back as you exhale. Forward, inhale, and relax back as you exhale. Love this one. From here, we're going to walk the hands to the right foot. As we do that, we're going to bend this right knee. Squeezing the bums, we're opening the knee, and we're pressing down into hips. You can feel that stretch through adductors. Couple of breaths here. This is a really nice deep stretch. Back to center. Hands under shoulders, shoulder width. And again, you're just going to rock back and forth very slowly. From here, we're walking the hands to the left foot, bending that left knee, extending out through this right leg, pressing down into the hips, squeezing bums and engaging into thighs. Back to center and down onto the knees. Have a breath. As you exhale, sit back into child pose. From here, we're just going to flip and extend the legs forward. I'll turn so you can see me. Little wiggle if you like. Just feels nice through the backs of the thighs. Quick breath. Find that right angle. As you exhale, bring both heels in towards hips, open up the knees. So I always leave a little bit of space here rather than coming all the way in. Find those sit bones. Find length in the spine. And let's just settle into that position. As always, closing eyes if you like. And relaxing. Let's get that tension out of the hips, that tension out of the necks and shoulders. Just letting those knees drop open. Now if you're happy as you are, stay as you are. If you want though, have a breath. As you exhale, add some forward flexion. Just looking at the feet. I like adding forward flexion in. Some people say not to do it like that. Be guided by your body. Do what works for you. So we're squeezing bums, actively pressing knees down. I don't push on the inside of the thighs though. And we let gravity do the work for us, just pulling us forward. Take the weight out of the hips, out of the back a little bit. So hands on floor or hands on feet, forearms or elbows down. Get a little bit of support. And we've got a couple of breaths here. As you exhale, relax, let gravity do the work. You might find you sink a little bit deeper. You might find the knees open up a little bit more. But if not, don't worry at all. Back to center, kick forward, a little wiggle if you like, and then find a comfortable position. Laying if you like, seated if you want. Closing eyes if you're happy. Hands wherever. Could be knees, laps, tummies, hearts, or prayer. As you inhale, find that length up through the spine. As you exhale, relax. Let's get that tension out of the necks and shoulders. Inhaling for 4, as always. And as you exhale for 4, just relax. Slow, deep, controlled breaths. Emptying your mind completely. Allowing all of that tension out of the muscles, out of the body. Focusing just on your breathing. Let's open up our eyes. As you inhale, reach out and up. Hands together. Hands to head. Hands to heart. Inhale, reach out. Last time we always finish this way. Hands together. Hands to head. Hands to heart. Namaste. As always, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.